Hey everyone, Crystal Grace here. Welcome back to another pick a card reading. So this one is all about people's secret thoughts of you. So things that they think, but you would be quite surprised to learn that they think. So obviously a quick disclaimer, maybe a trigger warning here. I don't know what's going to come out. We never really do until we're in it. But yeah, while you're picking your crock plugs, so we have pile number 1, pile number 2, and pile number 3. Yeah, like if a reading starts to put you in a downward spiral, please trust the fact that that reading is not for you. It is for somebody else. You only have to check out the comments that the readings do eventually find the right audience. So yeah, trust the fact that I don't conjure, negative information to ruin your day and life. So with that said, let's jump into it. Let's find out what people's secret thoughts are of you. Pile number 1, welcome to your reading. So this is obviously a PlayStation console, right? So I kind of feel like based off this, doing a quick energy check-in, some of you could be gamers here. Maybe you do have some form of PlayStation within your home, or maybe there is a place you like to go to play. So not sure really what that means, because I know this channel is targeting adults only, but each to their own. Some people still might like to go to the park and swing on the swings, or go on that metal round thing that goes round and round. So I still would like to do that, but I don't, because I'm 40 this year, and although I used to, like, we'd pull all-nighters. Maybe this will resonate with somebody. We'd pull all-nighters, and on our way home, we'd be drinking bottles of red wine or something when we were walking through Leith in Scotland, back to town in Edinburgh. And yeah, we would play on playground swings, which was inappropriate, but kids were still asleep. So I guess, the things you do in your 20s, right? Live life to your fullest if you're not already doing that. But yeah, so PlayStation is obviously an activity. It's one that I know that I got right into it around COVID time. So some of you could be in a state of isolation at the moment, so maybe you are turning to some kind of video games. It could be mobile apps as well. Some of you could be actually quite addicted to a mobile gaming app. That's sort of what I'm getting with the PlayStation. I think you guys are really big on playtime either way, is probably why you are connected to this. I'm going to use these dice just for something different. So show me some info here. We've got the Sun, so Leo, we've got Sagittarius, and we have 6th house. 6th house is Virgo energy. Yeah, I don't know. I kind of feel like if you were to sit here and unpack the whole 6th house here, Leo, Sagittarius in the 6th house. The 6th house is in reflects routine, right? The house of routine specifically, and it's in reference to work and the mundane, also health, diet, and wellness. So thinking about Leos and Sagittariuses, I would have to say that you guys take a lot of pride in your work. You take a lot of pride in your health. You take a lot of pride in your diet and your wellness. If you're not there yet, I feel like you are planning to. You're trying to organize your life to do that. I think these two signs are, correct me if I'm wrong, but the message that's coming through is sort of like aligning with the 2nd house for me with Aries, in regards to, sorry, not the 2nd house, the 1st house with Aries. Something to do with the presentation, your outer shell here. Like, you're definitely in some kind of, maybe some of you are in a bit of a mundane routine in order to ensure that your outer shell is looking like on point, or you're understanding that you need to enter a mundane routine in order to get your health in alliance with whatever it is you're desiring. Here is sort of what I'm picking up. So with that said, let's get into it. Let's find out what people's secret thoughts are of pile number one. Having a morning. We don't want reversals. We want people's secret thoughts of pile number one, please. We're going to do 6. Sorry, I was trying to... Okay. Libras. Libra Fleur. So we have the Justice card leading the energy of your reading. We have the Queen of Swords. Oh, the Magician. Witchy woo-woos. We've got Two of Pentacles. Let's move this out. I can fit all of these on. 9 of Cups, the Hierophant. Wow, guys. Okay, so there's a lot of different thoughts, secretive thoughts going on here about you. But I actually feel the overall vibe, the secret thoughts about you overall is very karmic. So not karmic in a negative way, just like I feel like a lot of people around you, their main secret thought is if like they do the wrong thing by pile number one, that they will get karma. Like you're a very well balanced person. You're all about equal give and take. And I think because of this, the reason why Justice card has come out to be your main vibe of what people's secret thoughts are of you is the fact that you definitely have karma on your side. And I think a lot of people have witnessed that, but they don't want to admit it because it's probably something that is quite frightening for them, especially if you're surrounded by a lot of 3D people and not a lot of 5D people. 5D people would naturally be like, oh, you have good karma, whilst 3D people would be watching karma unfold to others around you, but they would be really frightened to actually have that kind of open conversation with you about how that happens or why that happens, etc. So moving into the cards, we have the Queen of Pentacles, the Magician, the Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups, the Hierophant, and the High Priestess. Witchy woo-woo, witchy woo-woo. Let's start with the Queen of Swords though. So people's secret thoughts of you here is you are probably a little bit, not a little bit, you're very cutthroat. You're not afraid to go into combat to stand up for yourself. People's secret thoughts of you here is that you could be quite cruel at times, and you're not afraid to be cruel in order to protect yourself. So when people come for you, again, this sort of really lines or reiterates that energy with the Justice. People, their secret thoughts, if they were to come to you, they know they're going to cop it. They know not only they're going to cop it from the universe, they're going to cop it from you too. You're not the kind of person who sits back and allows people to come for you for no reason at all. You will take action. So people's secret thoughts of you is hands down, they're aware that if they take negative action towards you, they have to be prepared of the consequences. So, you know, if you have upped the ante in your protection, or you've upped the ante in regards to demonstrating to those people around you that you do hold your own, you're doing a really good job at that, pile number one. Now, the Magician here is giving me strong witch vibes before the potion here, and this is definitely backed up by the High Priestess. So people's secret thoughts of you that you do practice a lot of manifestation. You may use witchcraft or magic to have acquired everything you have. Okay. You definitely work with magic, and that's heavily been seen here. So not only is the universe on your side, but people's secret thoughts of you, they feel like you work with magic. Now, is that because we have the Nine of Cups here? So Nine of Cups here, people's secret thoughts are that you are their wish fulfillment. Like you're a person, there's a bit of a negative energy coming out of this card as well, but we'll get to that. But the Nine of Cups secret thoughts would be that you are, some people around you, their wish fulfillment. They may actually think you've used magic to make them feel that way, to have these strong romantic feelings for you here. Another negative, not another negative, it's not negative. Well, it is if you're not attracted to those people. Nine of Cups, so there are some people's secret thoughts that you might be quite like fancy pants, a bit stuck up, a bit superficial here is the vibe I'm getting here. You're like, well, unless you can come to the table with what I have, then don't come to my table at all energy. See, we have the Akashic record flooring. It is in pink though. So I kind of feel like with the Justice card, the Nine of Cups and the Magician, there is a lot of people's secret thoughts that they are very romantically attracted to you, drawn to you, and it's a part of their karma in this life, maybe that you've lived other lives. So it could be the fact that people's secret thoughts in regards to romantic suitors here, you may have ended things with people, they've ended things with you, but they've never been able to get over you. And the reason therefore unfolds why they think you work with magic here. You've cast spells on people because they can't get over you. Like they break up with you, but then they can't get over you. So that's sort of another secret thought coming through here from your romantic suitors. So moving into the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles sort of indicates to me people's secret thoughts is that maybe you are juggling. No, I actually feel this is quite high vibrational message here. I feel like with the Two of Pentacles, people's secret thoughts is that there is a strong admiration about how adaptable and flexible you are in this life. You can sort of just talk to anybody. I think a lot of people admire that. You've definitely mastered the skill to have a healthy work-life balance. So you work hard, you play hard, or you work, you may not work that hard and you relax. You have more of a sort of minimalist lifestyle as well here. There is some kind of skill you can do. There seems to be some kind of admiration here with the Two of Pentacles of you, people really appreciating that you can juggle everything on your own. There is this sense of independence here. Everyone in this spread, besides the animals here, they're alone. So I kind of feel like people's secret thoughts about you here strongly is that you've made it on your own. Like you're somebody who's highly independent. You don't really need anybody. Yeah, maybe you've had a lot of trials and tribulations here to be in that energy. I don't know. I'm not sure if they think that or if that's just something that's coming through on my end. So moving over to the Hierophant, this is like telling me people's secret thoughts is you're only looking for a committed relationship. There's no like fuck boy, fuck girl energy here. So people's secret thoughts is that you are only interested in committed relationships, higher level forms of commitment. You're a person who's well educated as well here. You're definitely seen as somebody who has a lot of knowledge surrounding magic and spirituality and witchcraft, universal law here, law of attraction. Oh, actually there are two people here. That's weird. They're hiding though. Like I didn't really see that. I actually would take that secret thoughts here. There are people who want to learn from you, but they don't know how to approach that. I think based off that energy and sort of that whatever experience is happening to me, is that I was so focused on her. She caught my attention. I didn't see these people. So people's secret thoughts of you is like you're very captivating. Like it's very hard to forget you. It's very hard to pretend you're not in a room. It's very hard not to get fixated on you. I think you have a lot of eyes on you. I think you have a lot of people who want to learn from you, but they're kind of scared of you, to be honest. Like, they're very scared of maybe looking like an idiot or looking like a fool here. You have very intense eyes, maybe an intense resting witch face as well here. I think there's a lot of people around you who, although you're very playful and you know you're very playful, you might have this very walls up, very protective energy. You may have had to spend a lot of time protecting that energy. So then the final card here before we move into pile number 2, the High Priestess, Secret Thoughts. I would say some people might think you clairvoyant, clairaudient here, but there is something like mind reading coming through here. People, secret thoughts of you could be that you are a mind reader. There are certain conversations that happen. Maybe you give certain experiences or share stories about stuff and people feel like you're sharing their story, which, corresponds with telepathy, right? Mind reading. I'm looking at these weird little fruit things behind her. So I kind of feel like their secret thoughts is you hide your witchcraft, you hide your spirituality, you hide the thoughts that you have about people, or you hide your spiritual gifts. So you might let on that you have some kind of spiritual gift or no spiritual gift, but people's secret thoughts of you, pile 1, is that you have actually very powerful spiritual gifts, which is why I think a lot of people around you would probably fear you a lot, because if they do the wrong thing, they're worried about what the repercussions are, what that karma is going to be. So yeah, that is what I have for you today. Let me know down in the comments if you like that, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 2, welcome to your reading. Now, to me, this looks like a hot dog, but it could be a Twinkie. I don't know. I'm going to go with a hot dog. So based off this and a quick energy check in. I don't know. Maybe your life is really fast paced at this time. Like, when I think about hot dogs, they're on the go. They're on the corner of the New York City streets, right? Actually, did I even see one of them on the corners? Yeah, I can't remember. But when I was there, fucking love New York City. But maybe some of you have a correlation there with New York City. Maybe you also love New York City. But yeah, when I think of hot dog, I think of New York City, to be honest. But I also think about this one time I got one in LA, like 7-Eleven or 7-Up. Like, it's like a convenient 24-hour store. Some of you might like pickles, mustard, tomato sauce. But yeah, I think you might have a strong desire for processed foods here, processed meats. You might have a bit of an addiction here for some of you. Some of you may just love bread as well here. If that doesn't correlate, it might be the fact that you like theme parks. I always correlate hot dogs with a theme park, roller coaster rides and things like that, Tower of Terror. What do we got here in Australia? We have Movie World and we have Dream World. I think it's shut down though. I can't remember. Also, when I think about hot dogs, I think they're quite unhealthy as well. So some of you could be feeling like your lifestyle is very unhealthy. Maybe you are participating in very unhealthy patterns here as well. Out of all the sort of foods we can be putting in our vessel, hot dogs is probably one of the worst. No judgment though. Everyone doesn't mind a good old hot dog or like a Kransky covered in batter. And some of you might be like throwing up in your mouths right now. So, each your own, but there is obviously some affiliation here with food. So, take that as it resonates. There's some sort of thought process or thought pattern going on here in regards to how you are connecting with food or what you're eating, etc., etc. So let's move on to the rice. So we have Moon Aquarius. So Aquarius in the moon. Moon was in Aquarius. We also have the 7th house. So obviously moon is connected with Cancerian energy. The 7th house is all about our relationships. So marriage, business partnerships, contracts, divorces, legal affairs, etc. It's all about cooperation though, like, who we're cooperating with, and it's also about how we respond to those in our lives. So, some of you could be, if we come back to this hot dog, some of you could be reacting and responding in a very unhealthy manner, or maybe you need to pick a different approach, because the approach of how you are reacting and responding to those people that you may love or not love might not be that great. Could be a little bit eccentric here with the Aquarius energy. Aquarius is linked with Uranus, and that's obviously big energy in regards to eccentricity, change, and individuality. So I feel like for a lot of you, there could be a lot of disruptions or change happening in your personal relationships here. Some of you could be going through a divorce here, yes. And divorces can be in the means of like, you've been together for 5 years, 10 years, whatever, and you separate. Just because you didn't get a government piece of paper stating that you were married. To me, 5 years is like fucking a long time. Like, I can't get past 2 years in a relationship, and I'm 40, lol. Oh, I have no shame in that either, because like I find relationships really boring. Get bored looking at the same person every day. That's a really unhealthy way to think about people, isn't it? Anyway, get bored of looking at my own face. Okay, so there must be some kind of upheaval going on here in regards to, in your 7th house. Also, when I think about, the moon in Cancer, or like Cancer moons, you could be feeling quite moody or emotional at this time. Some of you are really in your feelings. So when I'm in my feelings, I'll eat a fucking hot dog. Like, I'll eat all the naughty things under the sun because I love to eat my emotions. So some of you could really resonate with that sort of energy. So that's what we've got. You'll either connect with that, or you'll be like, fucking not my pile. All right, let's go. Let's find out what people's secret thoughts are of pile number 2. We've got the devil when we're cutting the card. There is I reckon there must be people who watch how I shuffle and think, what the fuck? I just can't. Like, I've been shuffling cards for over 20 years, and I just haven't really sat there and mastered I've got better things to do with my time than learn how to fucking shuffle. This is good enough in my eyes. All right, so that answered somebody's judgy comment. Show me secret thoughts. Pile number 2. What are people's secret thoughts of pile number 2? All right, leading energy, Knight of Wands. Okay. Maybe some of you, nice cards, guys. Wow. I'm loving all the purples here. Let's do this, because that's sort of... You know what? I think I understand why I felt called to sort of like overshare then. And maybe some of you haven't had many long-term relationships. Maybe some of you haven't gotten past that 2-year point either. Maybe some of you find people very boring, and you're yet to find somebody who really captivates you, who really like draws you in and makes you feel very spiritually connected to them. I also feel like people's secret, and probably because of that, even myself, I think some people at work think I'm like a man eater, and I'm not. It's just like, I'm not going to settle with somebody. My expectations of a partner are probably, in the eyes of other people, are set quite high. I don't think they're set high. I just don't want to be bored to fucking death. I know what I'm not looking for. I do have somebody in mind, but we've only reconnected not that long ago, and yeah, there is unfinished business there. I don't know what's going to happen, but I've never really Normally when I end things with people, and this can probably what people's secret thoughts are of you, or this is just an energy check-in. I don't know why I'm sharing it, but I'm going to share it. Like, when you end things with somebody or they end it with you, you might sort of linger in that feeling for a bit, but you get over it and you'll never go back there. Yet you guys might have one person, a little bit similar situation to me, where like there's this one person, like you still kind of have the door ajar for them. And although you can still carry on with your life and go and explore other connections and relationships, there is this like, and you've done the work to get over them and etc. And then bam, they just reappear in your life. I actually feel like, who knows, this isn't about me story, so let's talk about you. But I don't know why I had to share that, but I've shared it. So with the Knight of Wands leading your energy in regards to people's secret thoughts is that they heavily think you are non-committal, because you probably do have a lot of suitors around you, people coming towards you, communicating that they're interested in you, but there is this judgmental energy here. It's like, nah, this, Joe doesn't look like Harry, and Harry doesn't act like Tom, and Tom doesn't look like Roger, and Roger doesn't dance like Jack. So I don't know, some people may just have mispreconceptions about why you're non-committal here. So I definitely feel like people's secret thoughts here for all of you, and if it's either going to resonate or if it's not. If you get offended about being called a Knight of Wands person, like a fuckboy, fuckgirl, then this is not your pile, and there's nothing wrong with going out there and exploring sexuality. Do you? And who cares? It's not hurting anyone. So Knight of Wands would sort of give me the indication that you're a person who's quite adventurous, non-committal. This is what people's secret thoughts of you, like you're too busy like focusing on self. You're very courageous and outgoing. You're very extroverted. Here, at least this is what people sort of their secret thoughts are of you. But yeah, I think hands down, most people around you think that you're just non-committal, and that's why you're not in a relationship. Now, if you are in a relationship, say you are, I don't think you are though. I think you might have come out of a relationship based off you've ended a relationship, and that is why people think you're a Knight of Wands, because you're non-committal. I think some people secret thoughts is that you find them boring, or you get bored very easily in relationships. And again, this is why you move from relationship to relationship, because you haven't found somebody who has captivated you enough. Okay, there's again nothing wrong with that. I think people are fully aware that you do not settle. So moving into the cards, we have Three of Cups, the Ace of Cups, the Lovers, the Knight of Swords, the Judgment, and the Nine of Wands. You'd be surprised how many suitors are around you at this time. And I think for a lot of you, none of them really come forward and approach you about it because of this Knight of Wands energy. They do feel like you're in a non-committal vibe, especially if you've just come out of a really destructive relationship. Some of you, it could have only been several months ago, it could have been several years, but you very much have this energy around you where you just want to have fun, keep things light, go out with your friends here. So Three of Cups would definitely tell me people's secret thoughts of you is that you must have a lot of suitors around you, or you've had a lot of sexual partners as well here with the Three of Cups. Other secret thoughts with the Three of Cups, it could be the fact that you are bisexual here, or you might actually not, like you could be gay here, and that is why like you're in this energy. You could be hiding the fact of your sexuality here as well, and that is why you are not pursuing anyone per se. Other secret thoughts here is something about your dancing. Like people might find you heavily attractive. They might actually fall in love with you quite easily. Watching you dance on the dance floor here is another secret thought. They definitely like your vibe when you're out socializing with your friends. You look like you're having a really fun time. And I think there's a lot of people would like to socialize with you, party with you, celebrate with you because you look super fun. But again, because you're seen in this energy, And because we have the Nine of Wands here, people's secret thoughts is that you're not approachable. Like, they have to wait for an invite from you. They can't just invite themselves towards you because you just run away. That's sort of how these people feel about you. And I would say this is platonic friendships as well. People don't feel like they can just sort of invite themselves over. They see that you're very adventurous. You're always on the move. You're always going somewhere. We also see that with the Knight of Swords. You know, they also, secret thoughts is that you've always got lovers around you. There's always, maybe the Knight of Wands is in reflection that you have a lot of fuck boys, fuck girls around you. You have a lot of options, sexual options here. You don't really need to be in a relationship because you've always got somebody in the wing waiting. Could be some person's secret thought for some of you. But yeah, the Ace of Cups here is people, you know, secretly probably want a deeper level commitment with you, whether it's just a friendship. They want to be closer to you. They really feel very spiritually connected to you, I would say, with the Ace of Cups. And even with the Lovers here, I would have to say people feel very drawn to you. And you are obviously very spiritual here. So there is this spiritual aura around you, and I'm really digging these colors. So your crown chakra and your third eye must be very activated. So people can really feel that energy. They feel very safe in your energy. They don't really feel like you are a malice or malicious sort of person. They feel like they can sort of open up their heart chakra to you. You might actually be one of those people who you just be minding your own business, and next minute people just start offloading all this hectic shit. And that's because people secretly feel very comfortable in your space. People feel like they can trust your advice as well. And now it's interesting as to why they would feel they can't express this, but you know, sometimes people don't want to blow smoke up people's asses. Maybe that's what's going on here. But yeah, the Ace of Cups is really great energy here. I think with the Lovers here, it kind of gives me two messages. Some people secretly think that you have two lovers going on at this time, but see, I'm reading this more as bisexual for some reason. I don't really do that with this card, but yeah, you might have some confusion around your sexuality here. That could be for somebody out there. But see how she's very disinterested here. So I definitely feel this is, again, aligning with this Knight of Wands energy. Like, people just secretly think, like, they don't, if you're not taking action towards them, they just assume you're bored and you're just going to leave them. Because you are seen in this Knight of Swords energy, somebody who's very action orientated towards their life goals, ambitions, things that they want to do. You could be really active on a bike. You might ride a bike here. You might have a lot of energy or motivation for exercise, but you're not motivated or something towards suitors. So suitors secretly think you're not really interested in them. If you're not chasing them, then you're not interested in them, is what I think people secretly think about you here. The Knight of Swords energy tells me people secretly think you're quite witty and funny. You could be quite cheeky and a bit harsh at times. Like, see how this person is like riding with the sword. I kind of get this thing, like, if somebody banners with you, you could banner back and sort of offend them, and that's not your problem. That's sort of what people secretly think about you. If you're going to banner with pile two, just be prepared. What comes out of their mouth could be quite harsh, but humorous at the same time, right? You're very quick thinker, so people, if they try and put you on the spot or try and blindside you, you will come for them. I feel like you'll have no issue being that vigilante and just putting people in their place, and whether or not it's like telling them to shut the fuck up. So people secretly probably avoid having some kind of like joke or banter with you because they're worried that you will hurt their feelings. Because we move into the Judgment here, you could be deemed quite judgy here. There could be secret thoughts about you that you are very judgmental of your own body or other people's bodies or what other people look like as well here. There could have just been passing comments that have given these people those thoughts. And for others of you with this judgment card, people could secretly think that your body is fire. Like, you know, you are a very womanly looking woman, or you're a manly looking man, or a they or a them, however you identify. There's something about your body people secretly admire and adore. I think a lot of people around you want to see you naked, especially if you dress fully clothed a lot here. Like, besides these two naked, all these naked people here, everyone else is fairly fully clothed. So I kind of feel like for a lot of you, people secretly want to know what your body looks like, especially because of something that you talk about. And I think a lot of you do work out here, or you do stuff to accentuate your physique, certain assets, whatever. Now, the Nine of Wands we've sort of already touched on, but I would have to say with the Nine of Wands, people definitely see you as somebody who is very bored and not interested. Like, you wouldn't be interested in them. So if you're wondering why, like, no one's sort of actively pursuing you at this time, it's because they don't think you'd be interested. They don't think they're adventurous enough or charming enough or, you know, sexy enough here. So that is all I have for you guys. Let me know down in the comments if you like that, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Pile number 3, welcome to your reading. So those of you who chose the Daisy, so I feel like some of you could be quite flamboyant, very loud, very open, very expressive as well here. And if you're not expressive and open and loud, I would say you are more very delicate, like you're on the delicate side of life. So you could be quite timid, and I don't want to say fragile, but like that is sort of what's coming through. Like, you might not be in your power just yet. You might not have come to full bloom. So you could be going through a dark night of the soul here, and you could be having some kind of transformation occurring. So yeah, very two different energies I'm picking up from the Daisy. I feel like with the yellow in the center of that flower, it's very much connected to the sacral chakra. So I kind of feel like a lot of you could be really focusing on your creativity at this time. You could really be feeling it, you know, feeling in your blood like that you want to pursue something very creative, something very unique. I think a lot of you have a very like something very euphoric looking about you. I feel like, I don't know whether or not you look a little bit out of this world, out of people's leagues. Yeah, there's just something very different about you. You're not like everybody else. At least that's the energy I'm picking up with the people surrounding you at this time. You're very different. So we have Neptune, we have the 4th house, and we have double Cancer. So Neptune is linked with Pisces, exalted in Leo. But when I think about the 4th house, well, Neptune itself is all about dreams, imagination, intuition, mystical delusions as well. But the 4th house is linked with our home, you know, our family life. It relates to our domestic affairs, relationships with our parents. It can also represent the things below the surface, aka our subconscious. So thinking about that and thinking about Neptune, and we're doing an energy check-in here. Some of you could be having really fucked up dreams or very weird dreams. Some of you could be heavily sensitive at the moment, especially in the home. Some of you could be fighting with your parents. Maybe you're not getting along with your parents. But we do have this strong level of sensitivity here. So you are either, I would say a lot of you would pick this pile, you're highly sensitive at this time, highly sensitive to food, alcohol, like substance. You're highly sensitive to people's energy, people's thoughts. Like, people's words are lasting a lot longer in your thoughts than they should be. That would deem to be quite unhealthy, I feel. But there's something very mystical looking about you. Like, you look very, I don't know, it's not witchy. You look very angelic or pixie-like or something like that. There's something very different about you. You have very beautiful skin and very nice aesthetics as well, whatever that might be. Imagination sort of gives me the message that your imagination could be running wild because of your level of sensitivity at this time. So yeah, so with the fourth house, could it mean some of you are sitting at home a lot? You feel a lot safer in the home. You know, maybe your home is very different to the home you grew up in as well. Like you've put the work and the time and the energy in your space, your home space, to ensure you feel safe and comfortable and secure. You know, Cancerians are very home-like creatures. They're creatures of comfort. It's not to say that they don't want to go out and socialize, but I kind of feel like for a lot of you, you feel safer at home right now. Like you don't really have a lot of interest to be going out there. Maybe some of you want to be astral traveling or looking at hallucinogenics and that sort of stuff, really diving into the subconscious, trying to unpack. Maybe you're trying to heal family wounds here with parental treatment as a child. That could also be seen here. I think that kind of came up in another reading, so let me know if you did pick that pile in that reading. So let's get into it. Let's find out what people's secret thoughts are of pile number 3, please. I don't know, if some of you are Cancers, that means your birthday is coming up. I am a Cancer sun. I turned 40 this year. I'm having 2 parties. Fuck. It's crazy. Who has 2 parties? Maybe you guys, like, most of the year you will be like introverted, and then around the birthday time, that's when you sort of come out, you socialize, and then you're happy to go hermit again. All right, so show me people's secret thoughts of pile number 3. And if you are, you know, hiding yourself away from the world at the moment, people could be taking that the wrong way. Like, okay, nice cards here. We have the Ace of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, yeah, the Five of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, so with the Six of Pentacles leading the energy of your reading, I feel like a lot of people's secret thoughts is like, for some of you, you overgive, you give too much, you give too easily, and you're happy to just take the bare minimum. So be mindful. Some of you could be around some people who want to use you. So just be mindful. That's sort of kind of coming through. And the reason why I'm sort of bringing that is because if you are sort of healing from something and you are somebody who's got a lot of abundance, prosperity, very stable in your finances, just be mindful with the Six of Pentacles leading your energy. Some of you, people's secret thoughts is that they could actually use you. They could piggyback off your success, or they could piggyback off your challenges by reaping, like by then gaining access to some kind of financial support here for some of you. So just be mindful, there could be some snakes in your grass here. I think overall though, so their secret thoughts is that yes, they could use you. Just be mindful, there could be people at work who are wanting to romantically come towards you for the wrong reasons. So, you know, just because you worked really hard and you've got all this money, or maybe it's inheritance. I am a big believer you don't need to feel bad if you don't want to be with somebody who doesn't have their financial, you know, shit together. Yeah. So, okay, I meant to go hiking this morning and I'm not sure if my hiking buddy is going to be up for it, but sorry. So yeah, the Six of Pentacles definitely also gives me the impression people's secret thoughts are it's easy to either breadcrumb you or it's easy to take from you. So just be mindful of that. That's sort of, you're happy to take the bare minimum of people. You're very kind, I think, here. And I think because you're very abundant and you've made your own success here, you're not the kind of person, I think a lot of people, their secret thoughts is like they can trust you, pile number 3, but just be mindful. I don't know if you can trust this energy I'm feeling, which could be the reason why the universe is making you stay inside and stay away from people, because people could be, the people around you could be going through some sort of transformation of being a fucking asshole here. So if you're not available and you're at home, you're being very introverted, they can't really access you. So they'll access other people in order to learn the lesson they need to stop behaving like that. So just bear that in mind. If you're wondering why you're hypersensitive right now, it could be to protect you from these people here, this energy. But yeah, I feel like with the 6 of Pentacles, people's secret thoughts of you is that you are very giving. Like you'll give your shirt off, you'll give somebody the shirt off your back if they needed it, right? So the thing about that is, and if people think you're very abundant and you've got all this success, they think that they can take from you. Okay. I also feel with the 5 of Cups here that a lot of you could suffer some kind of mental health issues here or some form of depression, anxiety. So if people are aware of that, again, they know how to pull on your heartstrings in order to manipulate you to get something from you without them having to give back, if that makes sense. So that's, that's one sort of message coming through here, but let's dive a bit deeper here. So with the Ace of Pentacles, people's secret thoughts of you here would definitely just mean that you're a person who's walked a very long, hard road. We see that also with the Chariot in order to obtain your success. Now, it blows my mind to think that if they're aware of this is their thoughts, yet why would they want to take from you? Like, why would you want to take from somebody who has had to work really hard, who's had to overcome a lot of emotional trauma to have everything that they want? I actually also feel that people's secret thoughts is that there is this lot of positive energy here, that you are very stable and secure. You're very abundant because you've had to work go the long road all by yourself. There's loads of trials and tribulations that have happened. You guys have endured a lot of emotional trauma, maybe breakups, divorces here, a lot of some kind of emotional loss, yet you're still very kind and loving, or at least you're working on that at this time. And that could be the reason why you're hiding. Like they could be processing the thought, or their secret thoughts is that you are maybe you are giving the bare minimum here. Maybe people are perceiving you to be breadcrumbing them because you are trying to heal from something here. You're working on maybe a romantic partner. Either way, with this 6 of Pentacles throws me off a little bit. And again, thinking about the 2 separate energies coming through based off that daisy. But some of you with the 6 of Pentacles, people could feel like you are just trying to find a balance between maybe your work life, your party life, your romantic life here. But the Knight of Cups and the 8 of Pentacles, the message coming through here is people secretly think you are working on a relationship behind the scenes, one that may have caused a lot of issues, one that might have started out to be very abundant, but then there was roadblocks. 2 different roadblocks, a roadblock for you and a roadblock for this other person. It created a lot of disappointment. It's something you've never gotten over, this person you've never gotten over, and you sort of, with that ship out to sea there, these people's secret thoughts think that you are waiting on a lover to return here, somebody who's ready to work on the connection. Okay, this energy could be this person. Their secret thoughts is hoping that they can bring more balance back into reconnecting with you here with the 6 of Pentacles, offering after a period of time has occurred. I feel like with the Ace of Pentacles, there is somebody here who's secretly hoping after some time has passed that they can reach out to you. And this is once, you've achieved your goals, they've achieved theirs, and you guys would be able to get back on that path again. But with the Chariot here, I feel like what they secretly think, this person is like that they're ready to overcome the obstacles, the trials and the tribulations with you. They feel like the both of you are probably capable of moving past the emotional trauma or effects of whatever happened in the past here. I do feel like this person secretly wants to invite you somewhere. You may work with this person. They might invite you somewhere where you can tap into your creative outlets here. Like there's something to do with creative hobbies here. So the invitation of this person, what they're secretly sort of maybe planning here or planning to offer you, is going to allow you, maybe it's the lifestyle they can offer you to pursue your creative hobbies as opposed to a traditional 9-to-5 job here. So there is this heavy energy here of somebody having secret thoughts about future planning here, what the future with you looks like. I also feel this person sees themselves as wanting to be able to give you options in life here, and not have to sort of like beg, for you to be this person and not these people begging. I also feel like with the Six of Pentacles, people actually secretly think that you would, like, you're so abundant and so rich and so fancy also here that, no, there's nothing anyone can give you. You've already got it. You're very self-made here. Like, to have the baby empress here on the table says a lot. It just means you're somebody who has a lot of respect in the community, I feel, or you have a lot of respect from the people who are coming through this energy. Now, people who want to do you wrong, that's not very respectful, but at the same time, because other people are really respecting you, they want to bring you down. So just be mindful. That's a very toxic message coming through. You're only going to know if you have people like that. But what I am hearing is you're going to be quite shocked to learn these people are closer to you than what you realize. So, take a step back and just really analyze how people are treating you, what they're asking of you, what they're expecting of you in your friendship circles, in your relationships. That message won't align with everyone, obviously. But yeah, no, I definitely feel like the Chariot, it's not an overly positive card for me. And it really would always depend on the imagery. With this card, I haven't really seen the Chariot come out with this deck a great deal, but we've got heaps of cactuses in the back, and we have two lions, people, whatever, with quite large claws here. So I don't know. I just kind of feel like people's secret thoughts of you could be the fact that you are socializing with two people who are quite backstabbing. So if you're in a town or in a new environment, it could be work, and people have befriended you, those people could actually be quite toxic, and other people are seeing this friendship bond building, and they're the ones who their secret thoughts is like, those people are going to block your happiness. Those people are going to stab you in the back. Those people aren't to be trusted. So there is that energy there coming through with the Chariot. I definitely feel like with the Five of Cups, people's secret thoughts is that although you've had a lot of disappointment in your life, you still have hope here. And I really love that. I really love that people can see that you are like a great example of that. Even though life has kicked you down, even though you've walked the long road, like, you still have hope. And I think that's really sweet energy, and I really feel like that comes back to that Daisy energy. There's something very beautiful about you guys in the fact that forgiveness is probably your forte, or accepting that things just don't work out. And this romantic suitor energy that's coming through, I feel like they are very appreciative of that energy, and I really feel like this person, their secret thoughts is about how do they step up to the plate, how do they come forward. Here, you're going to know if that resonates with you or not. If you don't have anyone that you've kind of got the door half open and it hasn't ended in fire and flames and tower moments, then that message would definitely be for you. But yeah, I feel pretty comfortable to leave the reading there. I really hope that found you well, guys. Sending much love and light. Bye.